What, you guys don't like my music? Really? My music's great. It's some Jean-Jacques Perret. It's an old French producer. Alright, let me get this thing started over here. Let me check everything. So I want to check. I got my dashboard here. Can I see what's going on? Can I see the chat? Hell yeah. Who's here? Who's live? How you guys doing? Can I just see my channel? How do I do this? I'm still so confused with Twitch. Ça va, il y a la France dans le building? It's my birthday in France right now. It's my birthday tomorrow for the US, but it's my birthday in France right now. Can you guys hear me? Okay, great. Merci les gars, ça fait plaisir. Ambiance joviale, bah ouais, ils connaissent pas les gens. Ah, Giovanni, my man, don't be sad. Bon anniversaire, thank you. It's tomorrow. Okay, so I've been working. That's why I'm streaming so late. I've been working all day on like, as you can see here, I received today a little a little controller. So I'm gonna set up a little live tomorrow for you guys. I'm gonna go live in the afternoon, way earlier than this, so France can catch up. And I'm gonna have a DJ set for a couple hours, maybe more. We'll see. I'm still working on the ins and outs and how it's gonna look. It's gonna be funny. I want some flamingos and everything. Maybe the Yoshis at the back, and that'll be cool. Okay. Will you save the live because here it's 4 AM in Europe? Yeah, you can review all the lives already. You can see the previous episodes. Mine is the first one because I was a silly boy and I forgot to save it. What do we have here? Able to note you're working? Happy almost birthday. Thank you. Coming from birthday party. Shout out to my homie. Birthday party in the house. Shout out to Loki DJ. Shout out. Oh my god. So many funny birthday. Thank you. What time for live in LA? It might be like 2-3 PM. So it could be earlier, way earlier than now. For sure. I'll make an effort. I know. Alright. So. What is open? That's beautiful. Is that max for live? That looked incredible. Oh, you better love that one. Those kind of textures. Your hoodie looks cozy as fuck. Yeah, it's my pimp hoodie. It is very cozy. I need to make some kick drums today because a lot of you guys were literally just asking me about kick drums, and I figured I would make some because I haven't made them in a while, and now I have an interesting way of making them. That's pretty cool because I make them from nothing. So you see, I'm going to literally use a MIDI channel without an instrument dropped, and I'm going to use a filter here, and I'm going to use the self-resonating mode. So I'm going to turn that down because it might be aggressive for you. But if you add any form of signal, and I think the vinyl distortion maybe can generate some, if I'm not mistaken. You can make some crackles, can you? Yeah, see, that's all we need, a little crack. What are we cooking? The signature kick. Yeah, I'm just gonna remake the one that I've made. Mr. Carmack, shout out. Kick drums, yes. Yeah, we're gonna try. I haven't made those in a while. The new Ableton update has the MS2 filter, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the one from the Korg, and it's self-resonating, which means if you send the resonance to the max and you send any signal, it resonates to the frequency that you set by the filter. Right? So I can literally turn this boy off. I don't even need it anymore. Turn the volume down as well for you, so it's super low in frequency right now. Alright, so that means if I send an envelope to the, I should have some kick drums. What's up, Mr. Carmack? How you doing? Crazy to see you here. So I set the frequency pretty low, and I'll resample that. I'll turn the master down so it doesn't make us deaf, but I can still have some volume in my channels. Resampling, bim bam boom. I think that's how it works. Oh yeah, it doesn't work if master's low. Okay, I can just get the signal from this channel, right? And do in, and do this. Cool. I can mute this boy too. Well, I might save just a channel just for later. This one. Okay. Oh. So I guess the starting point is gonna be here. How you guys doing? 84 people in the house. Lots of heat on here tonight, bro. There's heat on Twitch every night right now. It's like a festival lineup on here. I love it. This is a geeky way to how to make a kick. Yeah, no, I could just, then eventually I'll just go on Splice and buy it. But you know, a lot of people ask me how to make a drum kick, so I was like, okay, I'll show you. If you really want to know, if you really want to go through the hassle, I'll show you the ultimate technique, how to make one from nothing. Okay, so now this guy, let me consolidate, make it louder. How loud are my headphones right now? Oh yeah, my master's at 1 minute 26, sorry. Okay, it's even a bit long. Okay. Then I make a MIDI channel. I would send that into a sampler. I've never had that before. What was the map? How is that possible? That would be interesting. Did you see that? Yeah, but the beautiful way, but it's not supposed to be two of them. That means, let me double check something. I don't remember they looking like that. If I freeze mono, what happens? Alright, yeah. So I managed to make it fully stereo with that. What happened on this? So I made something for it to happen like that. phase on 0. It's not supposed to do that one. I am very surprised by this. Okay. That was weird. Why did it completely phase down when I put in mono? Again, it's doing that now. No, this one's good. Okay, this one's good. Yeah, you want to work mono on the kick drum. So I'll freeze it, flatten, so I'm sure it's the signal I'm working on is mono all the way. You'll see when I put it compared to this one, this is weird. It's like beautiful way. I'm like, yeah, true, but if left and right cancels each other, it's kind of defeats the point, doesn't it? I could have it short as well. Okay, so if I put in this now, now you see the difference. That's sure, that's pretty. Let's go aesthetics, but that's what I'm talking about. Phase cancel, yeah. Somehow, okay. So when you have the filter here, when you have the LFO, it's got a phase knob here as well, which means you can offset the left and right. You can offset the phase on the amount on the filter, the modulation, and on the LFO modulation they bring to your filter, which brings some cool effects sometimes. And something like that was just probably the knob was like one little microbit off or something, and yeah, it failed. It was weird. Okay, so. First I found a good note that I like that has got like tons of low end. And then pitch envelope. That's a good start. Loop. Sample the police car. Can you hear that at the back of the house? Damn. Ton kicker phase en mono, j'ai plus rien. Ah, je l'ai fixé maintenant, c'est pour ça. It's a next big clubbing kick. Yeah, but we want something a bit harder though, don't we? Do we not? clip at the end that I hear as well. Okay, now if we group that and add a lot of transients, for a transient I would probably go to an operator. I would go to a white noise. Like so, but absolutely not like so. How can I make sure this is dry? Okay, maybe add some FM on top. Hey, a thick boy, like Joe's would say right now. Where's my homie Joe's? I think it's probably live right now as well. Do we have any Joe's fans in the house? Are you gonna do another stream for demo soon? Yes, I intend to. It's cool, but okay. Let me duplicate and freeze this guy, put it back into another sampler of another pitch envelope, see what happens, because sometimes you get some magic by resampling again. Sometimes you just destroy everything. It's just chaos over here. We'll see. Okay, controls. Volume to velocity 0, output volume 0. Hey, beefy boy. It's good kick drum already. Transpose pitch envelope. I like it like that. I like it a lot even. Can we get like a okay, and another trick that I really love for kick drums. First of all, saturator always. There, you push it to the edge of clipping. Like 4 is almost is too saturated. Like it's almost too hard. 3 is kind of like still at the edge, but 2 still has like the low boom boom that I like. And one really cool trick that is really weird on Ableton is use that plugin called EQ3. It's an Ableton VST. VST is an Ableton inmate plugin, and it turns out that this little guy, if you don't touch the top part, the EQ, don't touch those guys. Just touch frec low and frec high, and just swipe them across your kick, and you'll see how it's gonna change your. Let me make a loop and then we swap over, okay? This is without. Well, actually I should probably make. We're in C now. Okay, but now turn it on. Listen. You hear how it changes the transient of everything? Yeah, saturation makes a huge difference. Where do you cut the low end on your kicks? Depends on the kick. There's no rule. We'll see on this one. that's pretty okay to me. Which headphones are you using? The Audio-Technica M50X. They're pretty common. Yeah, I always use EQ8 as well, but I never use EQ3 because I noticed it was just terrible. It just really altered the volumes and the levels. But somehow EQ3, I realized one day I put it by accident trying to put EQ8 instead, and I put EQ3 on a drum, and I realized that it was like the transient was different. So I started to like mess around with every knob trying to understand, and then I was shocked to see that it just. So if anyone has any knowledge of why it's doing that, it's yeah, I'm always finding a little frequency to remove here and there. It helps. Sometimes you can also boost some. Like those are good to be boosted, you know. And then I wanted to get a little limiter on this one. Just to get the hair off. Okay, let's try and freeze this guy, see what happens. See how he looks. I like to see how he looks. It's pretty nice kick drum, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, not bad. It's my birthday tomorrow. So how do you avoid distortion in your kick drums and pushing your master? Very good question. What I usually do is I just go as far as I can, and then when you start to clip and saturate like I just did here, I turn back the volume up until that limit, and then I resample, find the frequency that's, you know, that makes the rest saturate. This is also why you saw me scoop a frequency earlier. Those kind of scoops here allow me to give more it's hard to explain, pardon my French. This mini channel anymore. I think we are good. And see, this is why I'm going to put my kick in MIDI again. It's because everything depends. It's all, I always say that, you're going to see me say that a lot. Everything is just contextual. Like my kick was cool like that solo, but with this now it doesn't sound good anymore. So maybe it's good to 3 semitone lower, 3 semitones higher. And to have that sort of flexibility, I want to be able to just have one kick loop that you saw me make here. And I can change the envelope and have full control over my sample. me just put this one last little element and I'll be with you in the chat in a second. Wait, what? Oh, my bad. Putain, vampire, toi tu dors jamais. Ah non, c'est pas moi qui parle, pardon, ma bad. Tu comptes faire un live spécial demain pour ton anniversaire? Oh, ok, let me catch up with all those comments. Oui, happy birthday, le grand live tomorrow. Happy birthday live. I've got a MIDI controller over here. Gonna play some music, play some cool house from all the homies. Joyson, peace out, my bro. Have a good night. I'll see you again very soon. Yeah, it's my birthday Saturday. All right, let me scroll back up. Do you ever work with vocalists? Where do you find them? Usually acquaintances and friends, and I know a few people. I just go to them directly. I'm really picky for those. I saw you boys in Minneapolis. That tour was ridiculous. Yeah, man, it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. That was great. En mix, tu fais taper ton kick à quel niveau? Moi, je l'envoie direct à 0 dans le master, dans le rouge, frère. Je pose pas la question. Mais après, voilà, ça dépend des cas. Moi, ça marche pour ce que je fais moi, mais... Do you always cut out the tails in your drums? No. This, I see a lot of people asking questions that start by, do you always, or do you, well, you know, do you always do this or do that? There is I think in music production, one of the beauties of it, but also one of the hardest concepts to grasp is there is no rules. There are no rules. You don't follow the book unless you write the book yourself. So it really, everything is contextual. It depends on what's a kick on itself sounds cool, but you put in a song, it's not going to sound cool. So, you know, everything depends on the other sounds that are being put with it. Les Français sont aux heures américaines, et moi je me lève tôt pour parler avec la France du coup. Mais je vais commencer à me lever encore plus tôt parce que j'essaie de faire 9h du mat, mais je vais passer à 7 ou 8 là. Pour parler avec la famille, avec les potos et tout, c'est pas mal. Ouais, t'es en train de dire que c'est ma faute si tu dors pas en fait. Mais c'est bien, on partage, hein, t'inquiète, moi je dors pas non plus. Hein. On fait ça ensemble, on subit le truc ensemble. Tu vois, on est prêt quoi. Ouais, je pourrais vous montrer comment faire un snare ou un clap, mais alors en vrai, ça prend beaucoup trop longtemps, ça je le fais pas. Je préfère les sons de sample pack pour ça. Le kick c'est bien parce que c'est un élément sur lequel tu auras du contrôle, mais le reste... pas abusé non plus, cousin, wesh. It's loud and it's hot, it's loud. Something about the stereo of that's off as well. You guys were asking if I tune my drums. I don't really make sure in key, but I kind of do this. I just tweak them here and there to make sure they sound cool. Alright, so I was talking with my friend Aztec this morning. Shout out to my homie Aztec from France. You see it in the corner there, the artwork from SE, so when you sung with him, and he told me about this synthesizer that I've never used before. It's called Analog, and it looks pretty cool. And I've never used that one before, so let's try it, I guess. What do we have? Pitch envelope here. The sub. Okay. Okay, this is gonna piss me off already. See, I hate the knob that doesn't go from 0 to 100. It just, I'm gonna map this. It just goes from 0 to 16, so I'm gonna map it from to a nice 0 to now we have a smoother control over this. You know what? I don't like that sub. Okay, but what's the envelope? The global envelope. Oh, the amp. Okay, here. Oh, that's why. Oh, this boy is not really loud, is it? Let's make it pop a little bit. Pulse width. LFO2 pulse width. Hello. Let's set up a little sidechain. If I do, just remember this for later. What's up, guys? Am I not giving you enough love in the group chat? Are you still in the house? bro, let me tell you right now that is a terrible artist name. That is a terrible artist name. Like COVID-19 music, like no. It doesn't matter if you make the greatest music in the world. I'm not gonna play right now. Like I will not listen to you anymore, bro. I'm sorry. Like no. Je peux faire un truc de dingos avec Ableton, avec les presets de base, les plugs de base, je peux faire un truc de dingos. Je me suis toujours limité qu'à ça, alors qu'en vrai, il y a plein de VST qui sont géniales, mais j'en ai jamais eu l'intérêt, moi. To set up a sidechain. How do we set up a sidechain? Volume shaper 4. Is it volume shaper? I thought I bought like shaper box. Yeah, I bought this boy. This guy I bought. And we want this guy to be now looped. 1-4 MIDI trigger on one shot, and then this MIDI boy here sends a message to this channel number 8 that we're gonna call le boss. Wish. This is gonna be our sidechain. Oh, this is gonna be our sidechain. I was saying before being rudely interrupted by myself. So this is a MIDI signal that's supposed to trigger oh boy. Loop it in. Didn't need a legato, just a loop. I am pretty slow tonight, I'm sorry boys. So let's check it out. Does it work? When I played this here, oh, this needs to be in as well. And then I need to route this guy into the bus. And then I can turn off, I can put no input on the input, so otherwise it's gonna might get some parasite for my sound card and everything was plugged. I'm back, did I miss anything? Yeah, I showed everyone my collab with Cardi B. It's okay though. It'll probably come out like next year or something. Le puce magique, frère, tu sais ça. So it works now. Does the MIDI triggers it or no? Because I had a few issues ever since I switched to this thing. Oh, it's 1 bar. Okay, yes. 1-4. Okay, I see it launched now. Okay, so the way I do mine is not like this. Like this. I start at 100. I go straight to 0. But there's so many different ways to do this thing. Okay, and then I put this guy a little bit ahead, so I anticipate the snap from the kick. where's the oscillator volume? I see oscillator 1, oscillator 2, but with volume here. Oh, there's two filters. Oh, there's two filters. Oh, there's two filters. And there's a crossfader between them. Okay. We get there. Oh, wait. Okay, so volume here. There's a unison on this boy. Wait, why is there two amplifiers? What is going on? Okay, there's routing. Quick routing. Oscillator 1, oscillator 2 into filters into amp. Okay, but can I have... That's a parallel. That's what I want. That's you that I want. So we have both oscillators going to filter 1, then going to filter 2. Wow. And then going to the amp volume, which is just the volume section with an envelope here. And I can put some release, by the way, on this boy. That's cool, but then I have to handle two different envelopes. Can I do... Oh, it would be so great if I could just copy this envelope. You know, like right click, copy envelope to the other envelope. Legato free. What does that mean? Free run mode. Enable the switch, cause the envelope to bypass the sustain phase, moving directly from decay to release. That's more like it. And now I want just one voice, monophonic. Okay, unison could have 2 or 4 voice. Let's I can play with this envelope here. Oh, there's a little noise. That's why I was like missing something, but. Okay, and now pitch envelope. Get out too loud of this guy, and let's see what happens. Shout out to my girl Pauline her in the house. How you doing, girl? Okay, so I kind of want to have control over those decay values, so same, I'm gonna macro them together. This boy is gonna be decay. And maybe release as well, might as well have the release. Boom. This one. Sounds like the like Inspector Gadget from the future. Alright, let's get a sub in the house. Is my breathing too loud? Someone said it was like ASMR. Oh, my girl Pauline's got the emojis. Girl, I miss you. Come back and make music with me. Wesh, belle room, la street, ça va ou quoi? Comment la boule laser? C'est la street zer, mec, ça se passe très bien. Tu sens le vent sur ton crâne. Souvenir de ma naissance et tout. C'est de la ASMR dangereuse, c'est vrai que moi je suis là. Mec, quand je commence à m'énerver, en plus je suis au casque, je m'entends pas faire. Je suis désolé, hein, je vais baisser le micro si vous voulez. Faudrait que je mette un gate sur le mic en fait. Mais même je parie, je respire plus fort que ma voix. On me l'a dit tout le temps, je sais, merci. Le coup de self-conscious là, merci les gars. Ok, on cherche un 808 pour faire une sub. Well, that's the only one I have, so let's use this one. BWB, yeah, I love BWB samples pack. Wait, no, there's no way, I have tons of BWB. Ah, there we go. Well, this one's still better. Okay. We tuned the boy. E plus 14. To make a C, we need -4 and -14. C'est un ASMR enough for you. Sortir pour sentir le vent. T'as oublié ce que c'est? Moi j'ai un balcon. I got a balcony, and it makes quarantine life so much easier. And I thank myself every day for this decision of getting a balcony. With some high frequencies. Okay. Gonna rename this sub. Freeze. It's not gonna do much if I can't rename the file as well, so I can drop in a sampler and know what's what. Sounds great, love it. No, I'm too high. Thing that I like to do is to not follow exactly the melody of the sub, so this guy doesn't have to be on octave. happens if I put them two together now? It's gonna be a mess, and I can tell already. Wow. Wow. No, actually, okay. I feel like the kombucha girl right now. Alright. Ah! No? Okay. Ah! Is it a French balcony? No, it's not a grey balcony, but I'm gonna decorate it tomorrow. I'm gonna put my plants and everything, and we're gonna have a little DJ set on my balcony. So please stay tuned for my birthday party tomorrow. Happy birthday live on Twitch, and Twitch only. Actually, you know what? Yeah. And we're gonna DJ on my balcony. It's gonna be fun. I'll have some funny sunglasses. I'm gonna have some special guests, aka absolutely nobody. What time? I'm gonna try to launch here at 2-3 p.m. LA time, Los Angeles time. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna have to get up early and set up everything early. But it's not like I have anything else to do in my life right now, right? So I'm just here talking to you guys, and you know. Something's weird. See what I'm talking about? I knew something was weird. What's going on? My sidechain is like all... Mon sidechain tergiverse. Que se passe-t-il? Mini trigger on one shot. What? I didn't touch that guy, so how did he switch back to... We got all the kicks from earlier today that we can just... Subs clicky. Yeah, it's because we're solo with the shaper box here over there. But you know what? I don't usually clean the clicks in my sub anymore, and in all those years of playing shows and festivals, I never once had someone shout at me, "Hey DJ, your tune's fire, but you forgot to remove the clicks on your sub." And like on that one song that you played. No, it doesn't happen. No, the drums just louder than the clicks. It doesn't. T'as testé Rave Generator, c'est quoi ce preset de ouf, mec? Je te jure, quand j'en ai parlé, je crois que c'était à Chami que j'ai dit ça. Il était fou, il était comme un fou quand j'ai fait les découvrir. My sub is absolutely terrible. What is going on here? In A, and A is A too low, too high? Yeah. Maybe it's just an ambitious kind of key. I never really done anything in A. Yeah. Progress from low. The transient is not clear! Hey DJ, have you tried this VST instead to solve all your problems? Man, I know, guys. That's a key that I'm familiar with. No, I'm confused. My synth has this decay on the, as just this. You know, note's not straight. It kind of goes down, and my sub is just a straight note. You see this big ass boy here. I need to put sustain 0 and then play with the decay and find the sweet spot. That's better. Ouais, c'est top pour de la house. Bah là, je peux faire un layer avec d'ailleurs, tu vois, si je veux. Can you solo the sub real quick? But just record it. Can you solo the sub real quick? What's my take on demo submission? My take is that I know you guys want demo submission. I hear you. I will set up a demo submission thing. I'm done with it. I don't have any problem with it. Can you just be loud? Ah! That didn't change anything. What is going on? Something's wrong. This is not good. It's gonna end up in the trash by tomorrow. VST window. Ah, there it is. It gets hidden at the back. Is this really working? I really have some doubts about this thing here. Okay. Side chaining again from the kick, EQing the inside input signal. Okay, now what I should do is probably resample this. There's something that's kind of weird with it. Oh, wait. Because it kind of keeps going in and out and in and out and my bad. See, I don't like those comments that go from 0 to 1 instead of 0 to 100 though. It should be 0 to 100% or 0 to minus 100%. And we shouldn't have to be dialing like. Okay, so what was going on was that I had the LFO going to the pulse width of oscillator 2, but it was set all the way to the max, which means that the quick lesson, serum is great to illustrate that visually. That's why I couldn't get it right. That's why. Okay. Once upon a time, pulse width modulation. We need the basics. Like a square. Usually pulse width modulation is made on the square, on a square waveform, okay? And pulse width would be found here. PWM, pulse width modulation. The pulse is this. This is what we call a pulse. 0, 100, 0, 100, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So this is just a loop, you know what a waveform is. If you don't, now you do. And pulse width just introduce, it just modulates the widths of the pulse. It was great. You guys have it so easy in English because it is literally, the description is in the title. When I was French and I couldn't speak a word of English years ago, and I had to decipher what pulse width modulation, for me to understand that waveform that I'm looking at right here, it's just that, it's a pulse, and I'm just changing the wave of it, and I can modulate if it goes back and forth and back and forth. That took me a while to figure it out. But yeah. So what we do is this, we introduce some stuff like that. Putting an LFO on a pulse width is great for those kind of ravey sounds. But what I had was that mine was going all the way up until, let me remove that. It was going so far up that eventually there was just no pulse anymore. So that means that here and there my LFO, one of my two oscillators would just completely go silent, like this case now. It wasn't as noticeable, but it was driving me crazy for a little while. Let's see, let's just push it like this. And super slow. It was super slow, so it was like, see? You have the sound and then. So whenever you use pulse width modulation, make sure you don't go all the way and you leave some actual pulse in the old wave, because otherwise, yeah. Tu entends comme un flanger, c'est moi qui rêve. Ça fait un peu cette espèce d'impression, mais c'est pas ça du tout. Non. You transpose the main lib? No. pourquoi tu caches tes samples? Parce que j'ai des trucs de la CIA, FBI. I've got samples from like the NSA. That's why I have to hide my samples, because otherwise they're like, if they see my samples, they'll be like, no, you're not supposed to have like the presidential trap sample pack and stuff. Yeah, that's why I hide my samples. Show me your samples. So the thing with my samples also is that I'm not even at this point, like, it's kind of useless to hide what I'm doing. I'm just needed a place to put this, so I put the tab that was the same color, so I could have the chat in the video saved. So if I want to re-upload the video, you could see like all the emojis and the follows as well and everything. But my sample packs, I haven't gone into a folder looking for a specific sound in a very long time. Like I'm not able to tell you this sample pack is good and this one isn't, because all I've been doing for years is keywords, just keyword search. So whenever I download a new sample pack, I open inside and I look, like, does the kick drums have file name? Is it just called track 01 or audio 01, or if they actually call kick BD, like for bass drum, SD for snare drum? They have names. As least as they have this BD or kick drum or kick, they have a name that is in the file. I can keyword search those guys. So I just go into the search on top of Ableton and I just type whatever word I want a snare. I type snare, and it's just, you go to all results on your browser in Ableton, and it's just going to show you everything that's called snare in all your folders put together ever. So I don't even know where I pull out my samples from, which folder they come from, because I never use the same twice, and I use the same method as splice as on my computer. Like, I need a vocal, I type vocal. I need a bass, I'll type bass. I need the 808, type 808. What's good, Sky Out? So yeah, example, like I did earlier. You saw me put the hats on the snare and everything. I literally just typed hat, and I go and I look for like, and I found the one that I like the most, that fits what I'm doing in the moment. But it's never gonna be, you know. And I need, if I want a kick, I'll just type kick. But it was gonna search like all my. Like, it's a lottery. I never know what I'm gonna find. It's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting, because I used to really rely on sample packs, and then I got really locked into this. And also, like, you would kind of like browse the sounds hoping to find inspiration. Meanwhile, now I do the opposite. I write a list of set keywords. So I'll be like 5 drum elements, of 4 drum elements, kick, snare, tom, and then a couple keywords, like one instrument that I like. If you want flute, you'll type flute. If you want piano, you'll type piano. You just find a bunch of keywords and like build your little sample pack to start, and then you start a track with that. So the same guy that says show us your samples, literally 5 minutes later, says in the chat, I jacked all of Chris Lake's samples on his YouTube video. Yeah, I mean, show me your samples. I swear, bruv. There's still a bit of detune somewhere that's happening, and I can't put my finger on it. What? It's possibly it's back to 1. Okay, what if I unmap this boy and assign it separately? So isn't it supposed to be envelope 1 into envelope 2? Okay. Disregard. Oh. Well, this okay. So my feedback on this synthesizer analog, it's great. It's lacking a bunch of features. Like you can only select linear or exponential on my curve, but what if I want my exponential to be just like not 100% exponential, just 40% or something? Okay, now I see these two drives on the filters now. I just noticed that, which means that there was a drive on my filter from the beginning, and I had no idea. That explains also why I couldn't really get the. It was always saturated and weird, no matter where. Wow, big difference. Ah, see? Ah. Exactly, slow pace is right. Everything gets processed in the end anyway, and like, don't ever go into a tutorial and like even a video like this one try to remake everything, because at the end, you gotta look at all of this as a big mathematical equation from the top to the bottom. The bottom being your master, and your master is just a big equal sign. That gives you the results of all those tiny buttons that you touch on every one of those channels put together. So if you pretty much there on everything, you never get it there, because you'll never get the exact same. You know what I mean? It's like baking, trying to remake that exact same cake that someone bakes a cake in front of you. You try it and you remake the exact same one using the exact same ingredients. It's not going to be the same. There's going to be nuances in every little step of the process, and the end result will be yours. But I don't know. It's more interesting to use, for example, for tutorials, I'd recommend looking at tutorial on how to use this synthesizer rather than using how to remake that one bass from that one song. It's not interesting because he shows you, well, you put this knob here. He doesn't tell you why. He doesn't tell you what it's actually fundamentally doing to the sound or anything. It's not really long term and sustainable. So that's how you, first of all, how you learn sound design, is be curious about the tools you're using and how they work. Ooh, let's release on the sub. Felt great. the shit I like. What happened? What did it do? Oh yeah, amp. I always say amp's an amazing for that. So for this to work, we need absolutely no release on this guy. Nah. No, doesn't work. Cool, but amp is like, it's cool, but it's not for like that's like a full-on distortion blast in your face non-stop and uninterrupted. Amp is cool for those like those little barks you want to do. Like, what's the best technique to reverb your sub, guys? Get the honeys. Yeah, bro. So you want to put a sub reverb of 4 seconds long on your. You just hopped in, shit is thick. Hahaha. Did we get, oh, I missed it. Did we get a notification? Tu veux entendre ça en club? Eh ouais, cousin, on veut tous entendre ça en club à l'heure actuelle. What happens if I mess my hat, like... If I can make it warp like that. It's so loud. I think that's the problem also. And a hat is probably not the right one. The snare as well, something's off. I'm just not used to those headphones. I'm on the right Sonarworks profile. Yes, headphones. Yes. Scream. Oh no! Let's get spooky in the house. Let's go. Let's have some delay for added dramaness. Maybe a higher scream would do the trick better. Maybe the one from Real actually. Let's hang for a minute. How are you guys doing? Let me save this boy. How are we gonna call it? Tomato. That's a great name for a song. How are you doing, my sweet, sweet, sweet boys? Eh ben le room, tu veux pas y aller pour moi? C'est gratos en France, profitez-en. Hein. Moi, je suis avec le VPN et tout à l'ancienne, tu vois, mais toi, t'es direct au pays, quoi. Fais-le. Amuse-toi. Happy you got the Moog Matriarch. Yes, I do have it right here. And we're gonna be doing some stuff with it pretty soon. That'll be cool. What are you doing with the bus, Wesh? Okay, I should rename the bus, Wesh. The bus is just a sidechain. It's just a sidechain, yeah. What time is it now? Okay, 9 p.m. I should probably get dinner and go to bed early so I can be up tomorrow and set up the live for you guys. Let me try something before I get out of here. Because I've worked on this thing all day, this sampler and everything, but... Does this work? Turn it on. If I go to record box. You'll do up with everything that's happening, Bo. I'm okay. I'm good. Oh, sorry. The mic was off. Sorry. That's working. Cool.
Okay, party people in the house.
Made a bunch of samples today for my DJ set tomorrow. That was cool. Okay, so that works. That was one way of testing if you guys. Cool, that works. So that means I can. Could hear me. Okay, so I could show you a little teaser of my new songs coming out tomorrow. No, tomorrow, I'm joking. When is it out? I don't know. I have a new song coming out like in a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. And yeah, this is the song. Where can you send some music? I'm gonna be setting up an email pretty soon so you can send music. This one is called Show Me. It's out on Insomniac Record. And yeah, it was pretty cool to play out this one because he always goes crazy whenever I play this one out. I was on tour with Joe's for like, 6 weeks, and I had so much time to play this one and make it perfect, and there we go. And that is it for now. I'll show you guys more of this one pretty soon. I promise. I'm not gonna leave you hanging. Okay, so Recordbox works. That's great news. That's some great news over here. Back to producing. No, not today. No, I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna send you boys to make a. Please go make a mess. We're gonna go and raid my homie Nate Vogel, my best friend. So Nate is an amazing photographer, EDM photographer and videographer. He's on tour with Slander. Well, he was on tour up until this thing happened. Amazing photographer, and with Joyride, he's toured with Joyride for almost 2-3 years, and Slander and Nightmare and all the Good Vibration boys. He's an amazing, funny guy. And the next stream will be tomorrow. That's why I have to go tonight, so I can set up everything for tomorrow, and everything could be nice and smooth, and we have a little nice live stream. And yes, we will do sample packs, we will do demo roulette, we will do a lot of things. I'm actually not going to call it demo roulette, I'm going to find another word, because my buddy Joss is very upset today on Twitter that we're using the term demo roulette. He's like, I said it first, how could you? T'aurais dû me voir à Lyon, bah ouais, j'aurais dû me voir aussi à Lyon, frère, je sais bien, ouais. Play a set, please. I'm playing a set tomorrow. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. LA time. DJ Krabby Patty, yes, way better than COVID-19 music. That is for sure, bro. That is for sure, no doubt about it. What time is the stream tomorrow? So yes, I think 3-4 p.m. LA time. Follow my Instagram, my Twitter is just Habstrakt, and I will be live. Okay, let's prepare this thing for my boy, please. Let's send a. How do I do this again? How do I go and rate someone? Let's go. Let's go make a mess of my homie's mate. And I'll see you all tomorrow, okay? You're ready? All right, let's go. Bye, everyone. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Happy loves you. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. Yeah, I'll see you soon. And now we should be able to see Nate, right? Did it work? Did it work? Okay.